Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. How are you, buddy?
Yes, I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. And how have you been?
I'm also doing great. Thanks for asking too.
Yes, yes. And we are meeting very first time. We don't know about each other. Who are you and where are you from? Currently, what do you do? Are you student or are you working person? So before starting our conversation, we should introduce ourselves so that we can ask few questions about ourselves. So first of all, please say something about yourself.
Sure. First of all, thank you so much for giving me such a beautiful opportunity to introduce myself. So, as you already know, my name is Vikas. I am born and brought up in Indore city, which is the number one cleanest city of India. As far as my qualification is concerned, I've done my graduation in BCom, and when it comes to my professional experience, so I have 5 years of experience in the BPO industry as a customer care executive, and I have worked with three organizations so far. And when it comes to my hobbies, so I'm interested in stock market. I love poetry. I love to create content and interacting with people. And I'm a YouTuber. Obviously, I mean to say I'm a content creator. I create content for on different platforms. You know, so that's all about me.
Yes, yes, it is wonderful introduction from your side. And you have already done so many things, and right now you are doing so many things. And sir, may I introduce myself?
Yeah, sure. I would love to know more about you, and my audience also would don't know
Yes,
about you, so that would be better for me as and you.
yes. First of all, thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity to introduce myself in front of you. I am Santanu Das. I am connecting from West Bengal. By profession, I am working person. I work in a hospital as an attendant, and I have been working over there more than 10 years. And if I talk about my hobbies, I always like playing cricket and football. But nowadays, I don't play cricket and football because I don't get free time. And in this time, my motto is I want to become a good English speaker. This is my goal. That's why whenever I get free time, I always make this kind of video. Apart from that, I am running my one YouTube channel which name is English with SD. That's all about me. It is my short introduction.
Yeah, it was a nice introductions of yours. Yeah, it's great. So I just would like to know more about your YouTube channel. When did you start
Yes,
and how did it start?
yes, I have started my YouTube channel around 2024 in February.
It's been more than 1 year.
Yes, yes, more than 1 year. And sir, when did you start your YouTube channel?
Yeah, like actively I've been creating content for last 3 months. So I can say yeah, it's been 3 months. But I started the channel for more than like 6 years ago, but I didn't continue, and then I left it, and again I started. So like I can say that yeah, it's been 3 months that I've been continuously creating content, and I'm active. Yeah.
Yes. And sir, on your YouTube channel, what kind of content do you upload on your YouTube channel?
Currently, I'm majorly focusing on English conversational content, and sometime when I don't get any candidates to have a conversation, so at the time I just try to create solo videos. I create a story, fake story, and I just try to narrate. I try to make up that story and just try to create that kind of content as well. And my future plan is to create job related content. So I will definitely gonna guide a lot of people who are looking for job, because I'm also working on LinkedIn. I have more than 10,000 connection on LinkedIn. So there I'm helping job seekers to find a job. And apart from that, as I already shared with you that I'm interested in stock market, so definitely gonna teach about stock market on my channel as well. I'm gonna come live and gonna do live trading and gonna help in live market. So let's see what happens
Yes.
in the future.
And sir, do you make any English grammatical video on your YouTube channel?
To be honest, like I haven't started yet to create any kind of grammatical, kind of short videos or like grammatical videos, not at all. But in the future, if I feel comfortable, yeah, making those kind of videos, definitely I'm gonna create. But let's see what happens. I'm not sure about that. But my plan is to create short videos, comedy videos, because I'm very good at comedy. Earlier, I would make content, comedy content. I'm into say like a BVQ voice. So, but at the time I would create in Hindi language. So at the time I didn't have any knowledge about English. But now I have a plan to create comedy videos in English language. So that would be a short video. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Sir, I'd like to ask one question to you. You are doing right now. You are doing a good job, and you have been working over there for a long time. But why did you think you have to learn this language? I mean, why are you using this platform, and what is the reason behind it for learning this language?
Okay, let me clear one thing. Now, nowadays, I'm not doing any job. Like it's been 1 month. I mean, 1 year, more than 1 year, I have not been working anywhere. But it doesn't mean that I'm not doing anything. I have been working on my stock market. So that is also kind of job where I have to, sit nine from 9:15 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. So it's a kind of also 9 to 5 job. So we can consider it. So I'm busy in that. Even though like I also for in trade in live in night market like so after 6 p.m. till 11. So I am busy in that. So I am also busy. I cannot say that I'm not doing anything. But yeah, I'm not working for somebody else. Earlier I would work. So last it's been more than 1 year. I left my last organization. And when it comes to English and to come on YouTube and create content, so there is a very clear direction for me that I would like to share with you. So my purpose is to learn English language is something that I wanna get a good job. By the way, I can easily get a job. I can crack any interviews now, but still, I hope to get a good job because everyone has a desire to get a good job. So that is the reason. That is the first reason I would say, and the second reason is that I always love to talk to people, but English helps me connect with different countries people who speak English language as well. So that is also the reason. And the third reason, as I am interested in stock market, I want to make people financially independent in terms of financially, I mean to say. So my main goal is to teach across the world. It's not My intention is not to teach Indian people. I will target all the people across the world. So for that, I also need English language because I will have to explain each and everything about the stock market. And stock market is not something easy. It's not a cup of tea. So definitely for that, I'm improving my English. And fourth, I would say that I'm also content creator, and I believe in creating content in English language because I want to reach higher audience, wider audience. So English will help me out to reach there.
Yes,
So
yes.
these are the reasons I would say.
Yes, but right now, also, you're speaking English very well. There is no problem. I am very eager to know about your English speaking journey. And sir, first of all, please tell me when did you start your English speaking journey? I mean, how long have you been learning this language?
Like it's been long journey of mine, but I haven't been consistent on English language. Like when it was around like 2017 at the time, I was working in one of the best organization in my city. I was in junior process, but there were two processes. The first one is junior process where I was working, and the second one is senior process. So in senior process, they were hiring those candidates who speak well English. But at that time, I was I literally didn't have any knowledge. I was nothing in English language. I was not able to speak a single word or single sentence in English language. So I got to know that if I want a job in that process, in senior process, so I have to learn. I will have to learn English language. Otherwise, I won't get the job. So at the time, I decided to join an English institute. At the time, I joined an English institute near my area. So I started going there, and I took a plan for 1 year. By the way, that was a crash course for 3 months, but they told if you pay this much amount, you can come for whole year. I mean 1 year. So we paid that amount. Like I paid that amount, and I started going there. But I just went in that institute for 3 months because at the time I also was working, so I was busy in my work as well. So, but I was managing my work. I'm managing my time, so I was able to manage 1 hour for my coaching. So, but I was not going to that coaching on regular basis. I was going sometimes. I was not going sometimes due to my work because I was majorly doing night shift in that company. So it was difficult for me to maintain myself as at the time I also was so young. I mean, like I was 21 years old and now I'm 29 years, so it was difficult for me back then. And in that coaching, to be honest, like I couldn't learn English language. To be honest, I just learned models. 10, I can say 10 to 15 models I learned in that coaching. When it comes to grammar, I couldn't learn it because there was a conflict happened to me with the teacher. I mean, the teacher insulted me a lot, like, because I was kind of a rowdy guy. I was not innocent at the time. I was kind of in kind of a politician, you know category. Like I would always live with them politicians, so I was kind of a rowdy person. So my personality was a kind of chapri, kind of crazy. So I didn't have any knowledge at the time about English language, but in that coaching, majority of the people, majority of the students would come from a higher background. Like they would speak phenomenal English, fabulous English. Their accent, their English was good. I mean, they were very small. Like I was at the time 21 years old, and there were so many students who were only 14 years old, 10 years old, and they would speak far better English than others. Like, I mean, they were competing with teachers. So so two or three incident happened to me, and they the teachers, the owner of that coaching started talking to each other. There were two teachers, so they she started talking to each other, like that other teacher, that the I would go with my one of my friend. He's also rowdy. He was also rowdy. Now we are innocent. We are nothing, like we are doing our life professionally. Okay, so she insulted both of us in a very bad manner, but at the time we couldn't understand what they were talking about, because they were having a conversation in English. I mean, the both teachers, but we were able to figure it out. They were talking about us and all, like. So at the time, after that incident, we barely went to that coaching, like 1 week or 2 weeks, I would say. Like, and then we both left that organization, and I gave up, to be honest. Like, I gave up on English language. I thought it's not our cup of tea. Like, we can't learn English language because it's not easy for us. So then after the COVID again came COVID hit. At that time, I was not working anywhere. Like, so in COVID, what happened? Like, I started watching YouTube. So I was scrolling at the time. I was focusing on stock market. I was learning about stock market. Since then I've been learning. Before I've been like lockdown at the time. So suddenly I saw a channel of English Guru. I hope you know English Guru. He has good followers at the time. So I was interested watching his video, like because he was explaining from zero, and I liked it a lot. So I started watching his videos. Like, I almost watched 900 videos during 3 months in lockdown. And so that's how I gradually improved my, or like learned about the basic thing of English language. Before that, I didn't have any knowledge. So I command on grammar first and started creating a small sentences. But that was not enough for me, to be honest. Like, so after that, what I did, I started preparing for the interview after completion of the lockdown, the first wave. Because the second wave at the time was about to come, but at the time, everything was open. I mean, after completion of first wave of COVID, so I started giving interviews. So I gave 2 or 3 interviews in other companies. So in one company, I got selected. Like, so that was a domestic process. I would work in a Airtel broadband process. I know. I hope you know about Airtel broadband process. Airtel Geo Fiber
Yes.
and Airtel Pro. So I started working in that process and started working. So that was a domestic process. I would handle Hindi customers and English customers both. So majorly I would handle 50 to 50% like Hindi and 50% English customers. So majorly I would handle Delhi NCR customers, and Delhi NCR customers are very educated. To be honest, like come from corporate background, and they would work at the time in corporate industry, and they all were working from home at the time. So I got advantage, to be honest, in that company. Like, I worked in that company 6 months. So that's where I started my English journey, because that was my first call where I took that was so difficult for me. But that's how I started taking calls in English language and kept on working in the organization. I built the confidence, to be honest. Like within 6 months I got perfect. I wouldn't say got perfect, but yeah, I learned a lot. I got confidence about how to communicate, how to interact with people, how to negotiate, how to deal with the customers, how to deal with anyone. Like, and then after, again, the second wave was about to come, of COVID. So
Yes,
they were offering work from home in that company, but my parents denied that, because my mom's situation at the time was pathetic. Like she had kind of symptoms of COVID, but she didn't have COVID, but had kind of symptoms of COVID. So at the time I left organization, to be honest. Like, and after, again I left learning about English language. I so after completion of second wave of COVID, again I started looking for a job. But at the time, again I left the, I didn't have a rhythm of learning English language again, because I told you that I left because I didn't have any environment again. So again, once the second wave of COVID completed, and again I started giving interviews. So again I got an opportunity in one of the best organization in my city. That is the Teleperformance. This is one of the best organization in the BPO industry. So I got an opportunity in international campaign. So that was the first experience of mine. I started handling customers over the chat, over the email, over the phone, US candidate and Canadian customers. So I kept on
yes,
working in that organization, and that's how I know keep in touch with English language. During that time, I was not focusing on English language, but because I was working in the US process and Canadian process, so I would work each and everything in English language, and our meeting would held in English language. In each and everything would be happening in English language. So I was not learning at the time. So I was not growing in terms of other way, but yeah, I was in touch with English. So that was good for me. But as I told you that last year, it's been more than 1 year, I left my last organization. Since then, I've been focusing on my stock market. So this is all about my English journey.
yes, yes. And sir, right now, so you are speaking English very well. I noticed that you are speaking English very well. And sir, what is your goal and what is your future plan?
My future plan is to be make people financially independent in the stock market. I want to make, like I'm pretty much believe in me that if anybody is attached with me, like connect with me, so they won't have to work for somebody else. They will be making money sitting their home. I wanna do that thing. So that's my ultimate goal. And before that, I want to achieve in that. So that's my short term goal. So that's
Yes,
that's what I do want to do.
yes. And sir, few minutes ago, you have told me you joined in a coaching center. But at that time, how much money you had to pay for the coaching center?
Yeah, like it was around like 3,000 if I'm not wrong. Like, yeah, I'm not able to recognize it, but yeah, it was maybe around 3,000 rupees.
3,000 rupees.
Yeah,
Yes,
three
yes,
thousand rupees I paid for 1 year. Like, by the way, that was a kind of 3 months crash course. But they told that if you pay this much amount in one go, you can, or one go or installment, free or two installment, maybe like three installment. So you can come for 1 year. But I couldn't go there because I was insulted very badly, by those teachers. So I want to create a video in front of that coaching, and I will make a vlog video that I've come here to learn English language, but I was insulted by the teacher. And definitely, once I get succeed, definitely I'm gonna come to that institute, or I will buy the whole building where I would go.
yes, yes, yes. All right, sir. We are talking around 20 minutes. You are also speaking English very well. I have learned so many things by connecting with you. Yeah. All right, sir. Thank you for giving your valuable time. Nice to meet you. Take care. Bye bye. Have a good day.
Yeah, it was a nice conversation. I literally enjoy. By the way, how much time does it happen? Like, can you check? Because there is no recording time.
Yes, maybe around 20 minutes.
It's been completed. Okay, great. So I hope enjoy, and like I'm gonna share this link to you because it takes a little bit time, maybe if you know about this application. So it
Yes, yes.
generates the video for a couple of minutes, maybe like 1 hour, half an hour. I'm not sure because I don't use a lot. But yeah, so I'm gonna send you this video. You can also upload on your channel, and I will
Yes.
mention your ID, in title. And if you want, you can also mention my YouTube ID, so that would be better.
All right. All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.